Hello friends, welcome to Coding Host YouTube channel. In this video, I will explain you some questions from Infosys test occurred on 22 August 2021. So this is our first question. In a locality, 325 persons are government employees, 855 are private firm employees, and 120 persons are self-employed. The percentage of persons who are not government employees is so accept this 325 remaining are not government employees, so we have to add this 855 and 120, so it will become 975. And what are the total number of employees? So 325 plus 855 and 120 will be 1300, so 1300. And we only have to find the percentage of non-government employees from total number of employees. So this is total of non-government employees, and this is the total of all the employees. Multiply by 100. So these two zeros will be cancelled by these two zeros, and when we will divide 975 with 13, so we will get 75. So you can say that 0.75 is the correct option. This is the second question. In a pie chart, observation A covers 17% of the area. So suppose we have this pie chart, and in this pie chart we have this A which is 17%. Now we have to find the angle of the 17%. So this total is 360, and we only have to find the angle for the 17%. So you can say that 1% is equal to 360. So 360 is total angle divided by 100. So total percentage is 100. So 0 will be cancelled by 0, and here we get 3.6. So 1% is equal to 3.6 angle. So 17% is equal to, so 17 into 3.6, so it is equal to 61.2. so this is our correct answer. This is our third question. If V equal to 22 and gift equal to 42, then revenues equal to what? So you can see that V equal to 22. So if you write all the alphabets with their number, so V comes at position number 22. So V is 22 and GIFT. So if you write all the number of this each alphabet, so you can see that number of G is 7, and number of I is 9, number of F is 6, and number of T is 20. And when you will add all these numbers, it is equal to 42. Now in this word we have to find the number of each letter, and then we have to add them, so we do not have to write all the alphabets from A to Z and their numbers. I will tell you a short trick. So you only have to remember these 5 letters. So E, J, O, T and Y is OT, and their numbers are 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. So with the help of this you can easily find any alphabet number. So you can see that number of R is, so R comes before T, R S T. So number of R is 18. So R is 18, and we know that A is 1. So A is 1, and then we have V. So you can see that T, U and V. So V is 22. Then we have E. E is 5. Then we have N. So you can see that N comes before O. So N is 14. Then we have O. So O is 15. Then we have U. So U comes after T. So it is 21. And then we have S. So S comes before T. So S is 19. Now when we will add all these numbers in the sum, we will get 115. So option C is the right answer. Now this is our fourth question. If 9 at 2 equal to 19, 7 at 8 equal to 57, 4 at 6 equal to 25, then 13 at 12 equal to. So you can see that 9 into 2 is 18 and 18 plus 1 is 19. 7 into 8 is 56. 56 plus 1 is 57. So this is the logic. We have to find the product of these two numbers and add in the product. So we do not have to find the product of 13 and 12. We can only multiply the last digits. 3 into 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So you can see that in all these options only one number has 7. So this is the right answer. Now we have question number 5. Find the missing term from series 874, 441, 224, 115 and 32. So we have to find the difference between these numbers first. So difference between 874 and 441 is equal to 433, and the difference between 441 and 224 is equal to 217, and the difference between 224 and 115 is equal to 109. And then we have this missing number, then we have 32. So you can see that still we are not getting any logic. So now we will find the difference between these numbers. So difference between 433 and 217 is 216. Then difference between 217 and 109 is 108. Now you can see that 216 is twice of 108. So it means that before here there is a number and 108 is twice of that number. So if we divide 108 by 2, so we will get 54. So it means that here is 54 difference and here is some number. So when you subtract 109 from 54, so we will get a number which is 55. So it means that this number and this number has a difference of 55. So if you subtract 55 from 115, then here we will get 60. So you can also check this. If here is difference 54, then the difference here is the half of 54, which is 27. So the number here and the number this have a difference of 27. So if we subtract 27 from 55, so here we get 28. And you can see that when you will subtract 60 from 32, then the difference is 28. So 60 is the correct answer. Now in the question 6 we have to find the next number in the series 4, 6, 10, 18 and 34. So you can see that difference between 4 and 6 is 2. Then difference between 6 and 10 is 4. Then difference between 10 and 18 is 8. Then difference between 18 and 34 is 16. Now if you check all these differences, so they all are the power of 2. So 2 is power of 2 power 1, then 4 is 2 power 2, then 8 is 2 power 3, then 16 is 2 power 4, and then we will have 2 power 5. So 2 power 5 is 32. So it means that here we will have a number which is 32, and when we will add 32 in this 34, so we will get a number 66. So it means that next number is 66. So 66 is the right answer. Now you can see that in the question 7, what number should replace the given question mark. So it means that we also have to find a next number in this series. We will find the difference between all these numbers. So difference between 1 and 9 is 8. Then difference between 9 and 25 is 16. Then difference between 25 and 49 is 24. Then difference between 49 and 81 is 32. Then difference between 81 and 121 is 40. So you can see that all the differences between this number are in the multiple of 8. So 8 into 1 is 8, then 8 into 2 is 16, then 8 into 3 is 24, then 8 into 4 is 32, then 8 into 5 is 40. So next difference will be 48. So here we have 48, and when we will add 48 in 121, so we will get here 169. So option B is the right answer. Now we have question 8. The central total angle in a pie chart is equal to what? So we have to tell that what will be the total angle in a pie chart. So we know that pie chart is a circle. So it will have an angle of 360. So in the option you can see that 4 right angle is equal to 360, because one right angle is equal to 90, and 90 into 4 is 360. So this option A is the right answer. And here you can see that 3 right angle, so 3 into 90 is 270, so it is false, and rest of these options are also false. Now in question number 9 we have, if observations 2, 4, 7, 12, 45, 67, x and x plus 2 are in increasing order, and a range of the data is 105, then x is, so we have to find the value of x. So they have given us a range of the data. The range of the data is maximum value minus minimum value. So you can see that all the data is in increasing order. So it means that first number is smallest and the last number will be the largest. So we will subtract smallest number from the largest. So x plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 105. So x plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 105. So this 2 will get cancelled with this 2. So here we will get x equal to 105. So value of x is 105. So option B is the correct answer. Now we have question number 10. Two dice are thrown, then the number of outcomes which shows prime number on the both dice is, so they are telling that we have two dice, and when we will throw them, then we have to find the total number of outcomes when we will get a prime number on both the dice. So suppose here we have dice 1 and here we have dice 2. So in each of the dice we have total 6 number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and same we will have on the dice 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you can see that in this 6 number which are the prime numbers. So 1 is not a prime number, so 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, and 5 is a prime number. And same here we will have 2 prime number, then 3 and 5. Now we will make pair of numbers which can be prime on both the dice. So suppose on the first dice we will get 2. So on the first dice suppose we have 2. So on the second dice we can have 2, or we can have 3, or we can have 5. And suppose on the first dice we have 3. So on the second dice we can have 2, or we can have 3, or we can have 5. And suppose on the first dice we get 5. So on the second dice we can have 2, then 3, or we can also have 5 on both the dice. So now you can see that total number of outcomes. So this total number of outcomes is 9. So total number of outcomes is 9. So 9 is the right answer. So thanks for watching.